How you doing, everybody? We're starting out here on the National Road in front of this school, right across from a mortuary, Green Pastures. This is a small factory here where they make furniture, and we're going to go down this dirt track over here. I'm going to show you where the beach is I was videoing the other day and how to get there. Should very easily be able to look up this school on Google. And this is the furniture store. It sells a variety of wicker, either metal wrapped wicker or wood with wicker furniture. And I just to give you a quick idea of price, I priced one chair in here. I only saw there's a bunch of really ones that they look quite comfortable. I hadn't sat on it. I got a back brace on it, kind of hard to judge. But I asked them how much this one chair was, and it's a wooden chair. They will paint it. It's not finished yet. But this chair is $18,500. But where we're going, that way. This is how you get to the beach. You can drive a car down here, although it'd be a bumpy ride. Bike would be easier. Now, one thing I found, it seems to work better in the daytime than at night. I carry this stick sideways like that in the direction I'm walking across the street. And you can see it's pretty bumpy coming down here. Big divots here. That's about a 4-inch drop. Big concrete sticking out. But once you're past that, it's not bad. I can drive through there. I can go through there with my trike. And here's the factory where they build the furniture. But the reason I carry the stick like that, and I'm finding I'm getting a reaction in the daytime, is people on bikes don't want to run into it, so they give me a little more room. That's about it. I'm kind of surprised at night with the reflectors I have on it that I would get that I would get a better reaction at night, because I'll spin it. I'll do this, and because I've got multiple colors of high intensity reflector on it, which works very good in the United States for people to keep people from running you over at night. Here it doesn't seem to matter as much. They react to it differently. In the US, you'd see a reflector from a distance and you'd be like, oh, what's that? And you're already thinking about what you're going to do to avoid it 200 yards away. Here, those thoughts pop into their head about 10 feet away. So it is helpful, but at least they can see something. And here we are going into the jungle. It's actually not going to be that long of a walk. It's not that far to get down in here. There's a big barangay hall in here. And I don't know if I've said it before, but if you're renting, try not to rent near a barangay hall, because it will be noisy. In fact, we just had festival here over the last few days, and I can still hear the boom boxes jamming over there. Somebody's still got one. They rent them for a week or whatever, and they'll keep blasting that sucker to the last minute. Like I knew we had a brownout last night. I knew it was a large brownout because the boom music stopped from 100 yards away from our apartment. Luckily, where my place is, we're far enough away from the locals that it's reasonably quiet. You can still hear it, but it's in the distance. But if somebody's got one across the street or next door, oh my God, you're just going to want to walk around with a set of headphones on or something, or earplugs. And this is a barangay basketball court. Alright, I might as well, let me go up the stairs. If I get a little altitude here. See if I get a better view of the neighborhood. You can probably see ours. That one's locked. Probably a CR. Oh yeah. Sometimes hard to get anywhere where you get any altitude. Ah, X marks the spot. That must be the booty. Now you don't get to see much. There's somebody on a bike driving through. See what we got here. The doors wide open. They must be still, seems like pretty new construction, like they're upgrading this. They're just not finished yet. Quality roofing. Like the Brungai Hall looks, the roof looks pretty fresh on that. Oop. That's one of the things you're going to see here a lot, guys, when you go to rent someplace or whatever. You'll find like where somebody did some concrete work and they don't clean it off. They leave it all over the place. And you're going to see that a lot in your apartments and stuff, which is kind of annoying. I have it all over in my bathroom on the tile where it dripped and they just left it. They came by one day to do some work. I had a brand new blue tarp out the back where we're cooking. And he went out there and cleaned his tools, and tarp had concrete schmutz all over it. So that's one thing you'll have to kind of get used to. You can't stop it. You just have to accept it. Oh, that's the stage. So I guess that was probably the original. And they've either rebuilt or are building this. It looks pretty fresh. The concrete floor looks, this basketball court's old, but it's probably their original structure. And that's probably another CR, or is a CR. Let's take a look. It'd be nice to know there's a CR over here. We're not that far from the beach. And it's open right now. Doesn't mean it'll be open every day, but I'll bet you this is a CR. Yep, it is a CR. And it's in good condition. If you want to call it in good condition, let's take a look at this one. No power on the lights. That one's locked. People have used it and left it. Ah, lovely. Lovely. Don't tell YouTube I showed you poop. Welcome to the Philippines. Anyway, okay. 8 minutes in. Nice breeze blowing through here. Oh. Well, it'd be nice if you could get a building like this built and then build a house underneath it so your house is permanently in the shade. Would be sweet. The shade makes a major difference, I'll tell you. The sun's pretty intense once it hits you full on. Bringing a jungle hat's a good idea, or any kind of hat. I like the jungle hats. You can wad them up, stick them in your pocket. My old one died, and luckily I was able to get one I ordered off of Amazon before I came that I shipped to Alan. So I'd have one here, and I wasn't sure what would ship and what wouldn't. A lot more stuff's available now than it used to be, and with free shipping. And you don't need a Prime. You can ditch Amazon Prime. You can't watch a lot of stuff that's on Prime on your TV here unless you got a VPN, and I've had a VPN that I had nothing but trouble with and gave up on it. But you can stream quite a bit of stuff off of YouTube. They don't seem to limit YouTube. Through social, you can't get here unless you're into that. I was curious, decided to try and get that, and you cannot. Log on to social here. Hello. And a lovely walk through here. It's nicely shaded. Lots of banana trees. They give you nice big shade leaves. And it's not all that far from when I went into the Bronchi Hall, I was already at like 3 minutes, but it only took me about maybe a minute and a half, I guess, to get to there. And it'll probably take me another 3 to get down to the beach. I'm actually almost there. Actually, Jenny shared, you just did a video at a new restaurant down here that I tried to find the other day, but I couldn't find it. Google Earth had it, or Google Maps had it, and it looks like a house, but it's not. That's not it. Jenny recently lost her channel. Somebody hacked it, and she's building a new one. The name's just slightly different. I forget the two names right now. One I think was Adventures with Jenny, and the others like Jenny's Philippine Adventures or something. I'll try and post a link to it on the videos if I can figure out how to post links, because I haven't been able to figure out how to do that yet. And you see, this is not like an expat hangout here. This is locals, pretty much. He's out his way. No problem. And here's the ocean, guys. Now, there's a way to drive a normal car in here, but I would have to make the video probably 30 minutes long to walk back out the way you can get in a car, which I can do, but for those of you that just tuned in to see how to get to the beach, the easy way, as soon as I turn away from the beach, you might as well stop and not bother anymore. Because the other set, well, it might be interesting. It's all local houses. Concrete road. And there's always a lot of goats over here. So I haven't seen tall grass here. It's pretty much all chewed down by the goats. And oh yeah, and the tide is up right now, so you can see how far the tide is. That's stabbing me in the foot with some rocks. This was, I guess, a tree at one point. Now you can see you could fish easily off this. It looks like concrete wall to me. Yeah. You can see here the tide up. You can't even tell how rocky it is here, but down over there at high tide, that's all nice beach over there. And I don't know how far out the sand will go, but all down this end is rocks pretty quickly. Ow. I didn't try to walk down. You could walk around this end when I was here earlier, or yesterday. he's happy and gone. Thank you, God. If there is a God, he knows how to do camera work. I'm not a Bible thumper. For those of you who are, I guess that was God. Or Satan. Depends on your point of view. Anyhow, let me walk back out. And you can see where you can come in here in a car. And up in here, it's a little bumpy in here, but you could drive a normal car in here. You just want to go nice and slow. It's pretty bumpy on my trike, but you know, the rut's here. This is about 4 inches deep, this little rut right here, so. You got a pickup truck or multi-cab, no problem at all. Come right in here. Now this road here, I did drive down it part way, but stopped, and I don't know how far down it goes. I'm actually kind of curious, but not right now today. Some stuff you can see on Google Earth, satellite view, see whether the road's there or not, whether there's concrete there or not, but a lot of the pictures are old, so they don't always show everything. It's a very handy resource, satellite shots and the maps. Oh, and to anyone that is not already aware from watching my channel, my father worked for the Navy in the 60s, and one of the engineers that created the satellites that you use for maps and for mapping. He's one of the ones that put the satellites in space. Just a piece of curiosity. In fact, he was apparently going to my aunt on a regular basis, telling her I'm working on something super cool, but I can't tell you what it is. And then finally, I kind of like to walk down here, but I'll do one thing at a time here. Not to get too carried away. I told Helen where I'd be, just in case. Although I have not had any issue with my safety here, short of a dog. Here's where we came in. Okay. There's a pretty fancy house under construction here, or reconstruction, not sure which. Yeah, the only problem I've ever had here is a dog going after me, and it was a friend of mine's dog. It was just like 2 weeks ago. And this is concrete brick, which I think this is the intersection here. Let's see till I get up to it. Sometimes the intersections are actually driveways. Until you get up there, you can't tell. Let's see what we got here. Oh no. And it looks like it is a road, but it's not a dog poop. Almost. Look at these. Lovely. If you're into orchids, this is a place for you. And they're everywhere. And these. Some of this stuff you can start from cuttings if you know what you're doing. Oh, this is gorgeous, this one. And most of this, on one side here, is a big open piece of land here. It's fenced off. And I don't know why. Sometimes land ends up in relative limbo, where there's not a definition on who owns it, or enough of a definition, or whatever, or the family just doesn't want to sell it. It's probably attached with this house here is probably part of it, because it seems like the same compound. So this land they're not maintaining, which also happens. Oh shit. Huh. That is copyright music. Oh, it's the wolf pack. I've been curious what's here, but I can't see over the fence all the time, so I'm going to put a big quick shot up here so I can see what's there. A lot of Philippine houses here. Yeah, here's the road up here. Hello.
Morning.
Morning. More flowers. I came out this morning. Morning. How you doing? You know, everybody is pretty tired from festival. Morning. Let's see. I believe down here, I think there is a restaurant down there. But there's apartments you can rent right here. I actually did look at an apartment right up here, I believe. But it wasn't suited for our purposes. That's somebody's big fancy house here. No, this is not where the apartment was. I think maybe the next street over. There was a couple we looked at, furnished apartments. If you got $25K, you can easily find a pretty damn nice furnished apartment. You can get them down to probably 16, depending on how big they are. Maybe even a little less than that. There's some down in like the 10,000 neighborhood, but they're a little more sparse. Our little sorry store, and these stores are everywhere. Free bike, running. Banana trees, more banana trees. Oh, somebody probably rents out tables and chairs. Hello. Probably gathering things up from the festival. And more typical Philippine houses. And you can rent in places like that. Anywhere you need a tire worked on, if you see a sign like this, vulcanizing, that's what they mean. I'll fix your tires. Oh. Like the cow has a house. That's kind of unusual. Usually they just got a pen. Now here's something unusual. It's probably somebody building. They've got a little shack inside here. And there's nothing built in there yet. I don't know if you can quite see it. Can't really see it because They won't bring you, and this is not that old because see that weld is reasonably fresh. I know that because I'm a welder. And they won't bring you electricity till you have a building. No matter what it is. I mean, it could be a little garden shack, doesn't matter. As long as you got some kind of structure, they'll give you electricity. And that's probably why there's a little shack in there. Mostly the electric, more than tools. But it could be they're keeping their tools there. And here we are, back out at the National Highway. And just about 100 yards down the road from the school I started at. And here's the name of the street. You'll see signs like that a lot of times. Tangwai, I think it's pronounced, how you pronounce it. That they'll put those signs up and then put like the barangay name or whatever on there. Sometimes it's advertising, sometimes it's a location. Most of the time it's location. Oh, that's a big old tree. That's a lot of firewood. There's another sorry store. Like I said, they're everywhere. Hello. Oh, there you get a haircut here. And what looks like a new sorry store going in. And you'll constantly see a store open, stay open a while, become something else later because things don't work out. It's pretty common. I don't think they're very smart overall with their money as far as making sure they don't spend too much, keep the business alive. Oh, and watch out for this kind of crap, guys. 3 feet down there. Right, don't be walking around where you don't know at night without a flashlight. In fact, I suggest you bring a little flashlight. Although you can buy them here, that's not a big deal. And this is the funeral home. If somebody wants me to do a video on this, I'll go ask them. But I think this video is pretty much done. There's my trike. And where I started at the school. So, oh, and you can see down in here they're working on this is where they're building the furniture. Now, okay, guys. I guess that'll do it. 30-minute video. Have a good one, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. I don't like to say that too often, frankly, but certainly could use the subscribers. And haven't been able to get out much. The baby is due tomorrow. And we're going to be going to the hospital tomorrow where they tend to induce birth rather than wait for the baby to come here. I guess logistics-wise it makes more sense. But have a good one, everybody.